Lou, thank you for joining us. As you know, over this couple of weeks, we are doing a giveaway, trying to encourage people to get active um, with the hope of improving their mental health. We know each other well, we play football together, done some fitness videos, trained together. And for me this year, I've really found that activities help me stay focused, especially being in a lockdown. And so that's why I wanted to put this together. So massive thank you and shout out as well to PwrGun, because they've obviously given us three great prizes for people getting involved. But as you know, I'm not qualified to be talking about fitness. I'm not qualified to talk about nutrition, clearly, and I'm not qualified to talk about psychology. So I wanted to reach out to those that are people like yourself, get your views, your opinions, and really try and get you guys to put a message out there to anyone that wants to get involved in the challenge, so that at least it's coming from a credible source rather than myself. Yeah. So first off, can you just introduce yourself to anyone watching that doesn't know you, what it is you qualified in, and where you specialize, etc.
My name's McGillicuddy. I am a level 3 personal trainer and qualified sports masseuse and deep tissue therapist. I work with a range of clients where some might be wanting to lose weight, put on weight and muscle, or it might just be a bit of one-to-one football training. That's what I like to do. Work with athletes, I think I'd say is my favorite.
Working with athletes?
Yeah.
Nice. And what sort of level, I mean, when you say athlete, what sort of level are we talking? Like, would I count as an athlete in your eyes?
Yeah, I'd say anyone that's dedicated to their field, whatever sport they do, someone who's dedicated, ready to get up at early hours, train whenever, like whatever I put them through, put 100% effort in. People like that. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be at this club or that club. It's more of a mentality thing with me. Like if you're dedicated towards it, then you're an athlete to me.
Yeah, I like that. And I mean, you mentioned briefly there about dedication and getting up, anytime. Just out of curiosity, people that you train typically, would you find they train early in the morning, or is it a complete mixture across the board?
It's a mixture, because some I've got clients that are still in school, so it's harder to get them in the morning, but I've also got people that work evenings, so I get them up as soon as like 8 o'clock maybe. We're out on the field training, putting in the effort, and it gives them the rest of the day to just relax, get ready for work later on.
Absolutely. I mean, that's something that I found. I did a patch, excuse me, at the start of the year where I was getting up at 6 in the morning, and it was a struggle, but
you feel so good though after it.
Yeah, you kind of want. I'd go out for a walk, and at the time it was like 1 degree, so it was freezing, and that woke me up straight away. But obviously, you come back, and all of a sudden, like, wow, I'm ready for the day. No messing around. So tell me, why did you decide to qualify and to get involved with training people and the sports massage and
everything? The sports massage is something I've always wanted to do, but to like do the actual course, you needed to be 20, I think.
Okay.
So that was I was always going to do that later on, no matter what I did beforehand. And the personal training side is funny because I went to a college just to play football, but I didn't go uni. Just did another year at college, and the course you had to do at the college was the personal training course.
Okay.
And from September to like Christmas time, I thought to myself, I've got to drop out. This is not what I want to do. And I don't know what it was. It got to like January, February time, and I saw the impact that it could have on people, and I just fell in love with it. Like the idea of helping someone, the like mechanical side behind it, the technical side behind it, learning about like rest time, like hypertrophy training, endurance training, strength training. All of these different components came into it, and I thought I can really get behind this and use it to help people that I know.
Yeah.
And it was from there I just like, I could then see myself in like 10 years still doing the same thing.
I love that. I love that it's had that impact on you, or you being able to see that and then really kind of getting involved with it. Because it leads on to what I was going to ask you next anyway, which is, what do you enjoy personally most about, you know, fitness activity? What gets you up and focused and going and doing something? Because I see you on Instagram training, you know, regularly, all your different push, your pulls, etc. And then linked to that, what do you enjoy most about actually training others? You kind of said you know, you saw the impact it can make, but you know, go into more detail with that.
Right, for myself, I would say just being better than I was the day before. Just having that motivation to one up yourself.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to look on Instagram and see other people with the 10 out of 10 physique, with the shredded abs and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're comparing yourself to something you're not. Whereas if you compare yourself to yourself and use that motivation to just get better and better every day, it's kind of like, it's healthy competition.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect anyone else. It's just you against yourself. It's mind over matter, is what I like to say. And it's like, and seeing yourself 6 months ago now and where you think you'll be in 6 months time, it's like, I just use it as motivation. I think it's great. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like that drive to want to be better than yourself.
No, it definitely does. And I mean, you said about look at yourself 6 months ago, look at yourself today, right? And then in 6 months time, that future. How often do you think about that future self when you're training?
That's that 1 hour I train, or like 1 hour and a half I train. That's all I think about.
Really?
Like, I whack on music. I don't think about anything else. I just think it's gonna be a tough session. I know in 6 months time I'll say, where was I 6 months ago? And I would have come so much further.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. And so what about training others then? Obviously that's what you see. Is this something that you try and pass on to others, or how does that work?
Yeah, I think it all depends on the client, but I always try and, like, when a client tells me I can't do this, I'm like, no, you can't do it yet. You can't do it yet. Give it a go.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you can't do it. Just give it a go, and you'll see how far you can actually push yourself. Because a lot of clients, they can do it, they just lack that bit of motivation from someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I'm like, when I give them that and they complete, say it's, I don't know, a deadlift, and they can't do it, and I'm pushing them and they do it, the joy on their face just makes me so happy.
Yeah. And I bet for them as well, you know, when they go home, or after the session, whatever it is, I've been there where I'm like, oh, I'm trying to push for a PB or something. You do it. That adrenaline rush is amazing. Like, I love it, and
You can change your whole day.
Yeah, literally. So, but on the flip side, then, how would you, as a trainer, say, as an example, we'll use running as an example, because I think a lot of people find running quite accessible, especially at the moment during lockdown. I've been doing a lot of running recently, but if I got up and I go, right, I'm going to go out for a 5K, and I go out, it's wet, it's raining, the conditions are tough, my legs feel tired, I get out and I just feel dead, right? And I end up doing 4K. Yeah. How do I still get that adrenaline rush? How do I still get that positive mental response to getting out and doing a 4K when in my head I set for 5?
That's a good question. I saw a post, I think it might have been on Instagram, and it was a video of a guy working out, and he stopped, and then it was another video of the same guy in the same clip doing that little bit extra, and the caption was, imagine there's a camera crew following you. Are you putting in your absolute max effort while they're following you?
Yeah.
And it kind of sticks to me. Like, I think all the people that have doubted me, all the people that have said I won't be where I am, I just imagine them there with me. And I said, I'm gonna prove to myself that I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh in your face while I finish this 5K run.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt, but I know at the end I've proved people wrong, and that drive, that motivation just sends me through it. I don't even think about the 1K. I'm thinking about all the people that have said no, you can't do this, it's unrealistic, you won't be here at this point.
Yeah.
And then by the time you've done the 5K, it's like, oh, that was mad easy.
And you get that mental release, that adrenaline rush as well, because you've just proven to yourself you can do it. So would you say then that it's I'm struggling at 4K? Would you say it's better to stop, take a minute, and then go and do that 1K?
Yeah, 100%.
Take a break.
Like, gather your thoughts. Yeah.
You still get it done. It doesn't matter that you don't get it done in the way you thought you would, but the end goal is you've still done 5K. Yeah,
like there's no point running half-hearted, like running in this example, half-hearted.
Yeah.
Give yourself a 30-second break. Go for a 30-second walk. Tell yourself, what the next lamppost I'm getting to, I'm running until it hits 5K. The next car that passes me, I'm running after until I hit 5K. Use what's around you, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so with what we're doing as well over this 2 weeks with the giveaway, trying to encourage people to be active, it's aimed at everyone. So obviously I'm very into my fitness, you're very into your fitness. I want this to be accessible so that anyone can get involved. It's about activity. It hasn't got to be a run. It hasn't got to be lift the heaviest weights. It's just be active. So it can be a walk, it can be yoga, whatever it is, as long as you're being active. Whack it up on your story and give us a tag. Tag me, Rob C. Green, tag PwrGun, and I'll tag them in the caption below as well. So what would be your 3 tips to anybody that's then just starting out or wanting to get involved and not sure where to start? Like, what's the 3 tips for someone that wants to get on an active or fitness journey?
I'd say the first one's going to sound harsh, but I'd say just do it. Just do it. Like, and it kind of links into tip number 2. No one cares. Like, you might go running and think people are looking at you. Yeah, they're probably looking at you. They're probably saying, good. Hats off to you for actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people get into their heads, like, oh, people are looking at me. They think they're looking at them for the wrong reason. Whenever I see a person go running and they look out of breath and they're walking as fast as they can run because that's how far they've run, I'm looking at you because I'm proud.
Yeah.
Like, well done. There's people that aren't getting out and you're getting out. It might be cold, it might be raining, it might be snowing, but you're getting out and doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said just do it. Nobody cares. So get out of your head, basically.
Tip number 3. Yeah, push yourself to your limit.
Okay.
Don't see someone else's 10K and think, all right, I'm going to do a 10K if you know you physically can't do a 10K.
Yeah.
Like, especially for those starting out.
Yeah.
Hit your limit. Don't think, like, stay in your own lane. Focus on yourself. Yeah. Because otherwise you'll get...
Small steps will get you further, definitely. Okay, so then 3 tips to someone that works someone that's involved in fitness that maybe has plateaued. What's the 3 tips for them now to push themselves on?
I will say the tips and I'll go through them. I'll say set a plan, definitely. Take a look at where you started in regards to running as an example and where you are now. So check how far you've come and change the type of running you're doing. Like, switch it up, maybe do a bit of far leg, a bit of interval instead of that continuous run. Because I know we both know continuous runs, it gets to the point where you're like, I've been doing this for like an hour now. It's long. You just want to get home.
Yeah. If
you say to yourself, right, I'm going to jog, I'm going to walk this first 1K.
Yeah.
I'm going to jog the next 1K. Then I'm going to sprint to this next, say you see like a car or something, I'm going to sprint to this car, then jog the rest.
Yeah.
Just changing it up, giving yourself a little bit of a challenge might just increase that serotonin level in you. just change it up a little bit. You can say to yourself, "Well, I did a lot more than I normally would do just doing a continuous run."
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'd
really
say.
interesting how you can do something different and think overall I've done the same, but I feel so much more tired because I've changed it up. That mental side of it. I mean, I really liked, just going back to your previous 3 tips, I really like the point of getting out of your own head. And I know it's not necessarily an easy thing to do for a lot of people, but especially while we're in lockdown, I think it's a great opportunity for us to almost make the most of empty roads, empty pavements. Get out, go for a walk, go and get fresh air. Like for me personally, you know, I live in a flat. There's 2 of us. We work side by side, and you're in the same environment quite a lot at the moment. So getting out and, as you said, changing up the run. I think sometimes we go for a walk fairly regularly, the 2 of us, and we walk the same circuit. And every now and again we'll go somewhere different because it does get that kind of repetitive, you know, oh God. So, okay, to finish up then, is there anything that you notice in people that you train over the period of training them?
Yeah, it's definitely, I'd say the main one is an increase in confidence.
Okay.
Which is, it's so bizarre to see. Like, I've got a couple, like, clients in like high school still.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I saw them, it was, I'm not gonna say it was one of the most awkward things, but it was hard to get like an understanding of how they are.
Yeah.
Now, a few months down the line, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like an all day with a friend.
Yeah.
We can banter. We can just talk about football. There's still some times where it's like you can't talk about everything.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to keep that professional standard up. But it's just so much more relaxed.
Yeah.
I can say, right, I'll hold it there. We're not going to do this. I'm just going to show you something else on how it might improve you. You let me know how it goes. Like, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
To talk to them about something they might have made a mistake on.
Yeah.
And it not feel like I'm telling them off, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to improve them.
Yeah. No, that's nice to see as well. Like, from your point of view, I imagine it's nice to see that kind of growth in someone. Do you think like it must be easier for you to notice that in someone else? Do you think they notice that in themselves?
I think they do, but not as much as I see it. Like, the way they carry themselves is improved a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they know that they're carrying themselves like that.
Yeah.
So I don't even bring it up. But I know in the back of my mind, I'm like,
yeah, no, of course. That's all of the questions I have for you today. And it's been really interesting to see your point of view. To close it off, one, I want to say, guys, I'm going to leave Lewis's Insta tag in the caption for this video. So if you want any tips, go check out his workouts and things, then please go do that. And I'm sure he'd be open to chatting to you guys in his DMs a bit more about what we've been talking about. Maybe he can encourage you or give you some ideas. But also, I want to let you close it off with a final, bit of advice or whatever it is, something you think that anyone watching during this 2 weeks and hopefully moving forward, but over the course of this competition or giveaway might be worth hearing.
Keep it short. I say don't use this lockdown as an excuse, but use it as an opportunity.